okay. Yes, good. Yes, everything is good. It's a Tuesday. We're got another week of football behind us.
We're ready.
Starting to look ahead. I know we got to talk about last night. Your Eagles.
Yeah. You know what? Last night, you know how I feel. Once in a while, you have to do something you don't want to do.
Don't say you tipped your cap last night. Tip a cap to the Cowboys.
I'm not going to tip the cap to them.
Okay.
But I'm in this gambling pool.
Oh, you didn't bet on the Cowboys,
Oh, yeah.
did you? You put money on the Cowboys?
Well,
I thought I knew you. It's almost been a year. I thought I knew you.
No, I've bet against my alma mater in the NCAA tournament.
You have no heart.
Well, you're right. And it's not even just betting against Philly. It's just betting for that. But you know what? I won, so I'm still alive at least.
This, I do think, though, it's kind of scared fan Stoney. Like, the bottom's coming out of Michigan. Michigan State basketball, they don't look that too good. The Eagles suck. I think that's what's coming out.
No, not for
falling. The sky is falling.
No, not for this one. This one I saw the lot. You have to pick. I've talked about it on the air. The Circa Survivor and Circa Millions pool.
Yeah.
And you have to take 5 games each week with the spreads.
Yeah.
Stoney, mute yourself.
What'd you say?
Can you mute yourself?
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I thought Tom just didn't want to hear what you were saying.
Well,
Well, somebody last week kind of foreshadowed this may be a different Cowboy team.
Yeah.
I think we got a Dallas Cowboy team that's going to be in the playoffs and
starting route to 458 Mill Street.
I
Head
agree. I
southwest
said
on
they were the
Orchard
best team
Lake
in the
Road.
division to start. I mean,
Yeah, but the division sucks.
I understand that. But let's get to the other thing first.
Okay.
they beat a Charger team that beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. So I'm in this.
At the next
pool,
light,
and
turn
the lines
left.
come out on like Wednesday, and you have to have the bets in Friday before a lot of the injury stuff happens. So, and I'm doing pretty well. And I said the line jumped out at me. I just said Eagles are not that good. And I just think Dallas is really good. It's their first home game of the season, in front of fans. I just think they're going to truck them. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a truck.
And it's Dak Prescott's first time back.
And the Eagles are really, really banged up. Look, every team's banged up. I mean, Dallas has injuries, too. The Eagles' offensive line is depleted. But, yeah, Dallas, 41-21. But the dynamic is just trying to watch a game knowing that it's better for your standings in something if the team, forgetting that it's even the Eagles. It's like I was talking to one of my friends from Philly before the game, because you know what? I know we're not going to go to Super Bowls. It's almost better. I feel better just for the Cowboys to lose more than the Eagles to win, and that's the way I feel. But they're really good. Their defense played pretty good last night. I mean, Stephon Diggs' little brother Trayvon is pretty damn good.
Yeah. So you were stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm a firm believer in Tom. I agree with you. Nobody cares who your fantasy players are.
Yes.
I was stuck between a rock and a hard place on Sunday. My kicker, Justin Tucker.
Oh, I didn't even tell us yesterday.
No, I was so upset.
How many points did you give for that?
Yeah.
Because in my league, we reward a monster kick. It was 12 points. If you hit a 60-plus yard field goal, you get 12 points.
Yeah, I don't think we do get rewarded, but it's not that big. So I don't think I get 12 points for it. I think I got 6 or 7. But
Jansen benches his own kicker out of principle.
Yes. Actually, I did.
I'm playing the Lions. Anybody plays the Lions, I don't play on.
No, I did drop him.
Jansen would love to play in the Valenti League where they have no kickers. He hates
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, no
Go
kickers.
for it.
He thinks it's awful.
He wants that to be real football.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
That's Jansen's fantasy. There's no
And
kickers.
again, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Vrabel goes for it on 2. I know we're going to talk about it later, but hey, go for 2 every damn time.
I think we're on the verge of somebody doing that soon.
Oh, yeah.
I 100% agree. Yes.
It's all right. You brought up fantasy. Well, it was really nice last night that I was up 17 points and played Zeke Elliott in his greatest performance in 3 years.
Oh, he played against him.
Yeah, that's nice.
Did you see the in watching that game, he's like, he's passing the ball, all the pass plays. They had, I believe, and I can't find it anywhere yet, I can't imagine a game like this. 3 Philadelphia Eagles had rushing attempts. There were 3 non-quarterback rushing attempts the entire game.
Yes. Miles Sanders had 2, and Kenneth Gainwell had 1.
Yeah, that was it. Hurts had 9.
Right. Yes.
3 for your running backs. Really?
You already mentioned it. Like, I don't know what's better for a banged-up offensive line is to try and set back in pass protection
Or try to run
block.
I know.
Because
They one of they were out like 2 linemen to start the game,
Well,
and
yeah.
another one got hurt.
yeah, Mulatto, their left tackle,
Yes.
sprained his knee on Thursday.
Yeah.
Can't play Monday night.
That was the rugby player who suddenly
yeah.
turned into a really good
Oh,
player.
he's a stud.
I know.
And then Brandon Brooks was out. They got
Right.
backups that are out, and then Isaac Sumaba.
Yeah.
Their
Him too.
left guard ended up exiting. I think it was in the 3rd quarter. I think maybe I'll have to make a comeback for the Eagles.
Yeah. So, like I said, that Eagles-Lions game on Halloween is going to be a thriller. And I didn't even mean it that way. The other reason...
Hey, Stoney, nothing gets good football quite like 2 bad teams.
That's true. That's true.
You're a bad joke.
Yeah, I
Scary game.
No, I didn't. Believe it. I would have said it. If I
Watch that game be awesome.
it might be.
We're going to be seeing ghosts.
There we go.
You did it, so
But I didn't mean to do it. I know.
it's in your reference that you did it.
Yeah, I
You
know.
went in my head.
The other reason I watched that, the other reason was, the Manning cast, which I love it. I mean, Peyton is great. I think Eli's very good subtly. Yesterday's 4 guests. I didn't stay up for Chris Long. He's usually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Howie Long's kid. They had Nick Saban, who I saw, who was lit off. Come on, you're in Alabama. You're in your office. You look like he was in a dungeon or something.
Watching film.
Probably he was. He even said he had to go back to watch film because they were playing Ole Miss, Eli's alma mater this week. LeBron James, who actually was pretty good, which stunned me, and Matthew Stafford led the show off. And Matthew Stafford was Matthew Stafford. Smiled. And, it wasn't a lot of ums, but it was just like he didn't really say anything compelling.
Yep.
The only thing I can remember that he said about the Lions was they talked about how important winning a division was. So, well, I never
Had that chance.
Yeah, won a wild card. We went for a wild card a few times.
Yeah.
That was about it, So yeah, that was Monday night. By the way, I'm going to be very upset because the Manning cast is not on next week.
Oh, it's not.
At least on
That's right, because they're only doing 10
they're
of them.
playing 10 games.
Yeah.
Which actually, in a weird way, is good. Less is more.
Yes.
So you created. Also yesterday, I saw this tweet by Jim Trotter, who is a respected football writer for years. It's Illustrated and Network. I'll just read the tweet. USC boosters have reached out to Lions offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn to gauge his interest in the university's
Starting route
vacancy.
to Walnut Lake Road.
Parentheses,
In
the answer?
1.8
He
miles,
would be
turn
interested in
left
the
onto
job.
Walnut Lake Road.
To date, there has been no contact between the school and the league. I'm sure he would take the job. I just don't think that's a great fit.
I don't think it's a great fit for him. I think that would be good for USC because they need a guy that is of high moral character. And I believe Anthony Lynn is that guy. They've had and I'm not saying that Clay Helton did anything wrong, but USC as a university has had so many issues on campus with the athletic department, with admissions, that they're looking for a guy that can come in and there's going to be no question about his ethics or how he's getting things done. I just don't know that for Anthony Lynn, that's a good fit.
Yeah, if you're going to hire an offensive coordinator in the NFL, would you hire Eric Bieniemy?
I think Eric Bieniemy's been talked about.
Yeah, I know.
For that job. I also think you would look at, his name escapes me now, who was the OC down in Carolina. Was that LSU?
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady. I think he would be a guy that would have to be on their radar as well.
Yeah, because he's done a good job.
He's done an excellent job. He won a national championship.
That's right.
And now he's doing a damn good job down in Carolina.
He's making Sam Darnold look pretty good.
He looks good.
Yeah.
So I think he would be in the mix. But getting back to Anthony Lynn, again, it's boosters reaching out. They're going to reach out to a lot of people that they want.
Right.
doesn't mean that the university wants them.
Correct.
But if the university wants money, they may go with some suggestions that a list that boosters may put together.
I just know Anthony. Everybody talks about USC. Up until now that the Rams were something good. USC is the football team in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
College or pro. They like high profile. I don't know if Anthony Lynn fits that. I mean, he was the coach in Los Angeles for the Chargers, and it didn't end great.
No.
So I don't see that being a very popular choice with the USC fan base.
Probably not. And it definitely doesn't have the flair of an Urban Meyer.
At the next light,
in terms
turn
of,
left.
But then we get into the other issues.
Yes.
Did Pete Carroll?
Pete Carroll come back?
No. Did Pete Carroll have flair?
Oh,
Right, when he was hired.
By the way, Pete Carroll coming back is not as far-fetched as you might think. I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think there's any chance.
Because of the Reggie Bush. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at this from the football. I say, man,
At the
his time in
light,
Seattle
turn
is
left
gonna
onto
be ended.
Walnut Lake
Oh,
Road.
yes.
That defense is just absolutely
Horrific.
All the situation with Russell.
Yeah.
And Pete Carroll was somewhat successful at USC. But
He
yes,
was.
you're right. All the
He
all
did
the
not
field
leave on the
stuff.
best of terms.
No, he didn't. Coming up on the program, it is our Coaches Day. Jim Harbaugh will join us at 6:35. Dan Campbell at 7:35. Evan Jenkins at 9:50. Heather Park right now. What's up, Heather?
Well, you guys, there's a Detroit Fire Union official who is in some really hot water, and I'm going to tell you why they could face decades behind bars.
All right. 97 won the ticket.
You guys, fall is in the air, and let's face it, we're all going to be watching some football. So let's make it a little bit more fun with my friends over at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. They're your football betting powerhouse from kickoff until the final whistle, with same-game parlays, prop bets, and special promotions all season long. Now, college football
2.6
fans,
miles.
Bet Rivers
Arrive
makes
at
game
Walnut
days
Lake Road.
way more rewarding with parlay profit boosts. So just go log in each Saturday and place a parlay bet of 3 legs or more and get a 20% profit boost. Or if pro football is more your vibe, get those spread bets in for the Bet Rivers Beat the Spread Challenge. All you have to do is place a minimum of $25 in pregame spread bets on any pro football matchup. The more correct picks, the greater your shot is at winning a share of the $1 million prize pool. Great promotions like these are why I love betting on football with Bet Rivers. So go download the app or check out betrivers.com and start betting with a winner. Bet Rivers Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Visit betrivers.com for full terms and conditions. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. It's accident-free on the drive this morning. Just seeing some slowdowns due to road work out on M53 Van Dyke Freeway southbound between 22 and 18-mile roads. Stormy forecast. Be prepared with a whole house generator from Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Starting at $99 a month, and they'll beat any price. For your free estimate, visit mastercraftheating.com. That's mastercraftheating.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Applied Imaging is more than an office technology and solutions company. Listen to Applied Imaging's customers discuss Applied Imaging's unique culture. Jane Cebulski of Hinton Transportation Investments.
Our experience with Applied Imaging has been phenomenal. Any work they've done for us has been completed correctly. It has saved us countless man hours, and we've made good friends along the way.
Kristen Vandebussing of ADAC Automotive.
Well, I think they have a good, diverse group at Applied Imaging, which includes men and women and people who are in different areas of specialty. And I think that's important in a tech company that they have promoted women and that women are visible.
Starting route to 454 Mill Street. In 1.6
I feel like I've
miles,
gotten to
turn
know
right
them
onto
and they've gotten
Franklin
to know
Road.
me. It's nice to work with someone in business that you feel actually cares about helping you do your job better.
Applied Imaging, a company that cares about you and your results.
Well, according to research, 82% of people remember radio ads. That means that 82% of you listening right now will remember that this is an ad for ZipRecruiter. If you're hiring, 82% of you will recall that ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster and easier. And 82% of you will note that you can try ZipRecruiter for free today. But you have to go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Yes, free. 82% of you will keep in mind that ZipRecruiter's technology finds qualified people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
God, is that you? Who are you talking to?
82% of you will also know that I live with my mom. But the most important thing to note is that ZipRecruiter works. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Will you be part of the 82% who remember where you can try ZipRecruiter for free? It's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Again, that exclusive link is ZipRecruiter.com/free. How much? Free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
So then I dropped some garlic and croutons on there, and the rest is salad history. I made the best salad ever, people. And now I'm making the best app. The Caesar Sportsbook app got live in-game betting, parlays, and season rewards. Caesar salad ain't got nothing on my app. Nothing.
You must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 1-800-270-7117. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app. Your app is ready, Emperor.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently.
I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said now he speaks Spanish.
I can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventures.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Turn left.
So is this the line for Dragon's Maze?
Wow, the line is really long.
We'll meet it later.
How long will you wait?
As long as it takes.
So you guys are only going to do this one ride all day?
It won't be that long, probably.
Mom, can you get us food?
Wait, are they cutting?
Caleb, food is so far away.
Should I say something?
Daddy, pick me up.
Hey, there's a line here.
Daddy, swing me.
That's like 20 people. One person holds the line for 20 people? This is bull.
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
Let your voice be heard.
Turn left onto West
Call the
Maple
D
Road.
Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
3/4 of a mile. Turn right
97.1
onto
The Ticket would
Telegraph
like to
Road.
remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Tigers lose their home finale yesterday, 8-7 to the White Sox. Little fireworks that game. Jose Abreu didn't like getting hit. It happened.
Yeah.
Because this game situation, they weren't trying to hit him. It was a close game at the time.
No, just a little. Hey, you got to be able to hit that inside corner.
Yeah, absolutely. They play the Minnesota Twins tonight right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Monday Night Football. The Cowboys, they beat Philly 41-21. Dallas looks really good. The Eagles look bad, but not the worst team in that division. God, the Giants just absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
All right. The opposite of horrific is Heather.
Oh, thank you. You guys, it's National Neighbor Day. So get out there today and be nice to your neighbor. Say hello. Maybe if you've never met them, go meet your neighbor, introduce yourself. There was a new poll, and it surveyed over 6,000 Americans, and it asked them if they trust their neighbors. And only half of them said yes. So I'll ask you guys, do you trust your neighbor?
Well, trust them for what?
Well,
I trust them. I bring in a package.
Yes.
Hey, make sure if I'm going to be gone, can you
Use
let the
the right
dog
two
out?
lanes to turn onto
We have
Telegraph Road.
a neighbor who, it's really weird, for years, they never say hi, they wouldn't say a word. It's like,
oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And then now it's getting a little bit, we just have no idea why.
3.7 miles. Keep right to merge onto M10 south toward I-696
So
east.
I'm trying, but there are times like when our old dog would get out, so to speak, break the invisible fence, she would call. So I mean, so I definitely trust.
Yeah, I trust my
I
neighbors.
do too. I trust my neighbors as well. So 51 said that they trust their neighbors. 17 said absolutely not. 22% said they weren't sure. It's probably because there's a lot of people that don't ever get to know their neighbors.
Yeah.
They never get to know them. And then 10% said that they don't have neighbors nearby or they don't have anyone living next to them. And they also said the older you get, the more likely you are to trust your neighbors as well. So, yeah, just go say hi to them today. Be friendly. Listen to this. A Detroit Fire Department union official is facing multiple charges after being accused of embezzling more than $220,000 to fund just a lavish lifestyle that included international cruises, flights here and there, furniture, booze, and more. So Verdine Day, she was charged in federal court with bank and wire fraud and is accused of orchestrating this big scheme, which continued after she retired in 2019. So according to the indictment, she was elected as treasurer of the executive board of the Detroit Firefighters Association in 2015. She retired in 2019, and during that time, she wrote checks to herself totaling more than $167,000, and then she also used credit cards, racking up about $50,000, all for things for herself and for her lavish lifestyle. And you guys, she is facing a long time behind bars. She's facing a maximum of 30 years in prison for the bank fraud and up to 20 years in prison for the wire fraud.
Yeah, you know what? You're going to get caught.
You are going to get caught.
You write yourself a check? I mean, you put your own name on it and you sign it?
Well, she was covering. Yeah, well, she did, but in the record book, obviously she was lying about it, writing in different names of the check. She was taking voided checks. I mean, she had a system she thought was really covering her tracks, but obviously it wasn't working. And you're gonna get caught when you do stuff like this, people. Come on. That's why I share all these stupid criminal stories. Learn from them. You always get caught.
That's right. Heather's a teacher. Learn from her.
Yeah, exactly. You guys, a man was arrested after he allegedly pushed a female passenger out of his car on the lodge on Sunday. So this man was arrested after he dropped her off at Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit. So police are saying that they received a ton of 911 calls about this driver who was assaulting a female passenger. He was driving a black Silverado, and all these callers were saying at one point this dude pushed this woman out of the truck while he was moving, and then witnesses say they saw her basically clinging on to the door, and then the driver accelerated and she eventually fell off. Then he went back and picked her up and took her to the hospital, and that's when he was busted. Police caught up with him. He arrested him. Police didn't identify either the victim or the suspect, but they did say the two were in a relationship with each other and had just left a bar.
In 1 mile, keep
Thank
right to
goodness
merge
people
onto
called
M10
and,
South toward I-696
let
East.
police know what was going on. Gosh, speaking of more guilty people, R. Kelly has been found guilty on all counts in his federal sex crimes trial and could be staring down life in prison. So the jury actually started deliberating on Friday afternoon, and then after a half day on Monday, they reached a verdict on 9 federal counts that include racketeering, sex crimes, human trafficking, obstruction of justice, and kidnapping. So R. Kelly is 54. He faces decades behind bars. He's going to be sentenced on May 4th, and he's also still facing charges in Chicago and Minnesota. So he's got a long way to go, and most likely will be spending the rest of his life in jail.
Yep.
What do I say about people who use initials as their first name?
Use the right lane to the right to merge onto M10 South toward I-696 East.
Hey, Tyron Woodley followed through with a wager that he and Jake Paul made before their big boxing match last month, and he got some new ink. So before the match, the two kind of proposed that whoever lost, the losing fighter would have to get a new tattoo somewhere on their body, basically proposing their love for the other fighter. That was what they kind of came up with. And Paul even brought a tattoo artist to the fight so that whoever lost could get their tattoo done immediately after. Well, that didn't happen. It didn't happen right away. On Monday, Woodley did share a photo on Instagram of his middle finger, and it says, "I love Jake Paul."
In 3.8 miles, take exit 14C onto M39 and Sawju Default Freeway.
Yep, exactly. months after they introduced the plan, Facebook is scrapping the plan altogether to really ensure the safety of its younger users. So, I mean, I totally get it, but there was a lot of criticism over this idea from lawmakers, from children health advocates who just claim a Facebook or an Instagram for kids is toxic for that age group. It can lead to mental issues, including depression and anxiety. So Facebook, which owns Instagram, is going to take a step back, do some more research and investigating before launching anything of the sort.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know some people might, but there are probably a lot of parents that, even if it was there, they're not going to let their kids use it.
No.
So
no.
I can't believe it would be.
But then there's some kids who are on Instagram now. I mean, the regular Instagram who are under 13 years old.
Yeah.
I mean,
monitor your kids.
Yes.
There are, yes. So a woman's romantic gesture, I guess you could call it that, actually led to her arrest.
Onto M39 and Sawtooth
So there's this woman, her name is Kayla Blake, and she was arrested after calling in 2 bomb threats to her boyfriend's workplace. So in these calls, she said that she was going to go to this factory and she was going to put bombs all around the facility. And naturally, the facility took it seriously and said, well, all right, let's evacuate everyone. Let's put manufacturing operations on hold for the day while we investigate. So police were able to track down the calls back to this woman, Kayla, and she did later admit that there was never any bombs, but she just wanted to spend some time with her boyfriend. So she didn't want him to go to work.
So she wanted his day off?
Yes, she wanted him to have the day off. So if she called him a bomb threat,
I want him to die, and all she wanted was the day off.
Just ask.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, would you take the day off? I'd like to spend the day with you.
Yeah.
If you don't
So,
call in a bomb threat.
So she was charged with felony terrorizing, and obviously she is now being held in jail where she cannot
Stay in
spend
the
any
second lane
time
from right.
with her boyfriend at all. So it totally backfired.
There's some plexiglass.
So silly people. Yeah. Pick up that phone. Let's talk. Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Heather.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 14C onto M39 and Sawtooth Default Freeway.
Exciting. We'll hear that coming up next, 97.1.
Take the exit.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Early look ahead to Pro Football Week 4. Chicago's a 3.5-point favorite against Detroit. The total in this game is 44. And the play here absolutely has to be Detroit. Detroit has actually not looked bad this season, playing against 3 really good teams, San Francisco, Green Bay, and Baltimore, while Chicago played as poorly as you could possibly play in a demolition this past Sunday against Cleveland. This number should never be above the
For
field goal.
17 miles,
So Detroit is the play
continue
here
straight.
at plus 3.5. The expectation is this will come down as the week goes along, no matter who starts at quarterback for Chicago. So get the Detroit bets in while you can. Detroit plus 3.5 on the road in Chicago. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
It's September 2021. I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With mortgage interest rates the lowest they've been all year, it's your second chance to refinance. Don't miss out. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Our commitment to speed and client service has earned us nearly 4,000 five-star reviews. Start your refinance today. Call 248-308-5000 or chat with us right now at callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems. And if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus and Enterobacter aerogenes bacteria, but does not provide 24-hour protection against viruses. Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. Use Microban 24 sanitizing spray to keep surfaces sanitized all day. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses initially, including the virus that causes COVID-19. Microban 24 keeps killing bacteria for 24 hours touch after touch. When used as directed, Microban 24, touch after touch, it doesn't give up.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So your wipers are streaking? It might be time for a new set. We've got a great deal to help you get the job done and get ready for that rainy fall weather. Right now, you can get a $15 AutoZone gift card when you buy 2 Bosch and Vision wiper blades. And we've even got more ways to shop. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Michael Burrow of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
Jared Goff joins Karsh and Anderson Tuesdays at 10:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
John, on the Stony Jansen program. I'm head football coach at University of Michigan, Jim Harbaugh, and I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about your brother's game on Sunday. Were you watching 66-yard field goal, the great play by Lamar? I mean, what goes through your mind when your brother's in a game like that?
I was watching every bit of it. It was a great game to watch. I mean, both teams were just fighting their guts out and playing great football. It was the incredible, what both the Lions drive there at the end, and then Lamar's 4th and 19 or incredible find there, and then from there, I mean, even got more incredible after that. The field goal. Talking about he's the greatest of all time, and unbelievable. He got everything into that.
So when you're watching it, like,
I can't believe it. It's incredible. It's ecstatic.
now somebody who lives around here, Lion fans have suffered some all crazy types of losses. You have any empathy for us? It's unbelievable.
Oh, for sure. I mean, us is us. I mean, I'm around here too. I live here too. But I mean, there's one thing that Trump said. That's blood. It's my brother. I mean, he's had some bad beats. Some tough things that have happened. The incredible that's gone the other way. And I was just really happy for him. That's my brother. The game on Saturday with Rutgers. Now that you've had a chance to take a look at the film, what's your evaluation of your team and how they responded at the end? So I mean, just go over the whole game. We've improved in a lot of areas. There were real big points of emphasis. So I'm proud of the team for so many of those. First, how hard they played. That they don't ever quit. I mean, our defense, they competed right up until they got that fumble, and they were in some tough positions. I mean, the offense wasn't moving the ball in the second half, but the offense did start fast. 17-play drive, and something that's been a point of emphasis. Want to start fast as a football team, and they don't turn the ball over. That's been a huge thing. And again, just how hard our guys play and knowing that good things are going to happen when you do that. And then I would point to situational defense. Was really happy with where our team is playing in the red zone in 2 minutes, and also when we had their team backed up. We were able to get a stop and get a short field. The offense was able to convert that into points. So a lot of things that the team was doing well and picking up on and learning from and growing from, and now there's more
more this week and more challenges, and it's just exciting to see how the team is gonna respond and prepare for those.
How valuable was the experience for the guys that stepped in there for Josh Ross? And the second part of the question, will Josh Ross be available this week?
I say Josh is probably probable, but we'll see how the week goes. But the challenge was playing, and sometimes playing a position that they weren't. There's a Mike and a Will, so sometimes the Will was playing the Mike and vice versa. But the other challenge was just not having Josh out there, because he's usually a coach on the field, always is a coach on the field, and giving reminders, giving tips to those guys where to line up, what the call is, how to play it. And we had some mistakes, especially in the read option game with the quarterback. What their responsibility was as an inside backer, and it wasn't always right. But valuable learning, valuable growing. And I thought all three of them really had their their moments and acquitted themselves well, and that'll be good going forward.
I thought Cade played pretty well in the first half. Second half, he struggled. Maybe after the missed touchdown throw in the end zone at the end of the first half, did he lose confidence? Did you lose confidence in him? Because he seemed really off in the second half.
No, the offense, it was a tale of two halves. I mean, the offense in the first half was very good. Second half, the fourth straight 3 and outs. No, I didn't see him lose confidence. I didn't certainly lose confidence in him. I think the throw right before the half in the end zone, we had coached him to get this off quick. It's either there or it's not. And we want to try to get another play in if that one's unsuccessful. So he probably rushed it a little bit, and then Schoonmaker fell down on his route. He got to the right place, probably just threw the ball a little bit early, and I think that was probably because we were telling him to make sure you rush this, and then the second half, the opportunities, we just weren't as efficient offensively as a group.
Is it good for a team to go through something like that where you really don't play that well, maybe in the second half, and in this game you still get the win, which is the most important thing, but first 3 games you guys really didn't have that much adversity. Now you've faced adversity and you came through it.
Yeah. I mean, see where you're going with that. I absolutely agree. 100%. I mean, more challenges, more things to improve. Whether you're a young linebacker or quarterback, offensive lineman, running back, secondary player. I mean, it's all. These are all learning experiences, as you point out. They're a heck of a lot less painful when you win.
Yes, it's always less painful when you win. And you mentioned Cade, and he rushed that throw a little bit, and the coaching point was, if it's not there, get rid of it. In the second half, he seemed to be rushed in the pocket. He really hasn't been under pressure from opposing defenses. How do you settle a quarterback down so that he's not feeling so rushed in the pocket and is able to make some more accurate throws?
Well, you protect. One thing, and just him getting. I mean, there weren't that many throws. I mean, I can think of the one where he threw the inside slant. He looked first at the outside slant and then went to the inside slant and threw it a little bit low and right about the knee level. I mean, if you're a receiver, you'd like to think they're going to make that catch. If you're a quarterback, you'd like to put it right up at the shoulder so he can have a runner's ball and catch it and run. But Cade's a proven guy in the pocket, and his poise and the toughness are there. So we just, as I said, we can speculate, but I mean, the offense is going 3 and out, 4 straight possessions. You're not really running or getting into your offense.
Jim Harbaugh joins us on the Stoney and Jansen program. Camp Randall, it's been, to be polite, a house of horrors for you guys the last few times you've been there. You guys had trouble running the ball in the second half against Rutgers. They did a great job against Notre Dame. Notre Dame could hardly even run the ball at all. what about their defense that makes it so tough? And will you guys be able to run the ball as efficiently as you had before the second half of the Rutgers game?
Well, what makes them tough is they're really physical, experienced across the board. I mean, the whole secondary is either a fifth-year player or a sixth-year player. Linebackers that have played a ton of football. Same with the defensive line. Same with the backups. They've got to have a lot of retention in the Wisconsin defense over the last few years. So big task for us, and which we're working on right now is how to attack, what puts us in the best position to do that. But starting fast, not turning the football over, moving the ball, mixing the run and the pass, and the play action, and the movement of the pocket, and the reverses, the fly sweeps. I mean, everything on the table, to look at, to implement against the Badgers.
Offensively, they're not a typical, or at least haven't been to this point, offense from Wisconsin. 2 years ago they had Jonathan Taylor, Jack Cohn at quarterback. This year they've got Graham Mertz, and they're throwing the ball north of 40 times a game. When you prepare for a team that is doing something differently than they traditionally do, how much more difficult is it to prepare for that situation?
Well, you got to go in and look at it. They do both. They throw the ball, they run the ball, they do the reverses, the fly sweeps. We've got to do a really good job of playing assignment football on defense, being in our right spot, setting an edge. We didn't do a very good job at all at that last year, and they exploited it and took advantage of it. So there's big challenges everywhere, and looking at past history, no, we haven't done well at Camp Randall playing Wisconsin on the road. And they've been a darn good football team, and they are again. And see what that kind of challenge. See how our guys rise to that challenge. It'll be exciting to watch.
Besides the obvious of getting a win, is it important for you as the coach and the program? This would be a win on the road as an underdog, something you guys haven't done in I don't know how long. Is that good? How important is that to you to win this game because of that?
Just winning the game is by 1 point even. That's what matters.
It's been first trip on the road. What is the message to some of the younger guys that haven't been on the road, but also haven't been on the road in front of fans? Last year there was no fans whenever you made a road trip. This year there'll be fans, and you spent 4 games at home. What's the message to some of the younger guys? Poise in the noise. It's going to be loud. For the offense, the defense has been playing in that kind of loud environment and having to communicate in the noise for the last 4 games at home. But the communication by your body language, your verbal, nonverbal communication, and just understanding too that it's no matter what's going on around you. It's the players, 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and the officials. Those are the only ones that are out there on the field, like in any other environment. And just embrace embrace the environment. Their music becomes our music. Their fans. Becomes that's ours. And you try to go in there and execute and do what you always ask yourself to do, whether you're playing at home or on the road. But it's tough. Guys will be in there, doing it for the first time. Quite a number of guys, who've never played a road game that'll be playing in this game.
All right, get ready, get a win, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, that's Jim Harbaugh. Join us on the Sony and Jansen program, 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, after 20 years on the same sideline, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick meet this weekend as opponents. It's the GOAT QB versus the GOAT head coach, and you can be part of this epic showdown with unbelievable odds on FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can win $125 on a $5 bet if either team scores a touchdown. That's right. All you got to do is have a team score a touchdown. It's 25-1 odds on any touchdown anytime during the Tampa-New England game. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 rated sportsbook app. It's easy to use, safe and secure, fast payouts, and you always get great promotions just like this one. All you got to do is sign up for FanDuel Sportsbook today using promo code Jansen and make your first bet one for the history books. Don't forget to use promo code Jansen so they know I sent you. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. Must be 21 or over and present in Michigan. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus of $125. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. No major issues on the drive this morning, but traffic volume's definitely picking up. That includes M53 Van Dyke Freeway southbound from 22 down to 18 Mile Road, as well as 75 southbound between Maple and 12 Mile. The COVID vaccine is safe, effective, and trusted by experts. Find yours at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine or call 211. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket and the Bet 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The Cincinnati Bengals host the Jacksonville Jaguars. Thursday night football. Pre-game at 8 on the Bet 1270. Detroit. This Omar Science with an Odyssey Sports Minute. If this was a boxing match, they would have stopped it, folks. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles were no match for the Cowboys in Dak Prescott's long-anticipated homecoming game. Prescott completed 80% of his passes, including 3 scoring strikes, and Ezekiel Elliott ran for 2 more touchdowns in a 41-21 run. That wasn't as close as the final score indicated, believe it or not. Afterward, the Cowboys basked in compliments about their complimentary football, and certainly Dan Quinn's opportunistic defense chipped in with Trevon Diggs' 59-yard pick 6. The Beat Dallas t-shirt that Eagles rookie coach Nick Sirianni wore this week was no match for even the injury-depleted team that the Cowboys fielded. Dallas is now above 500 for the first time in Mike McCarthy's tenure. If Prescott stays healthy and his teammates heal in return, the Cowboys seem like a lock to win the NFC East. But, as we all know, it's early. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Exam 4 needs to be sanitized.
Versada's MRI clinic isn't operating at max efficiency. She needs a new certified tech certifiably now.
Someone's waiting in room 2 for an ACL scan. Can you handle that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Mill Street.
To refinance and save? Think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped below 3%, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big. You could lower your monthly payment and prepare yourself for a better financial future, but you've got to act now. Call us today at 833-8-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
In business, it's never just another day.
Go past
Every
this stop
day is
sign,
E-Day.
then at the next
It could bring
one,
your biggest
turn
regret,
left.
or a new cyber threat. Whatever the day holds, with Comcast Business, you'll be prepared. With a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Comcast Business Security Edge to help protect your connected devices, and a dedicated team available 24/7.
At the stop sign, turn
Every
left
day
onto
in
Mill Street.
business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a fast and reliable internet and voice solution for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Or ask about our best deal on a gig speed bundle
In
with
900
$500
feet,
prepaid card.
the destination
Call
is on your left.
1-800-501-6000.
454 Mill Street.
ComcastBusiness.com to learn more. Offer requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay through my account. And it's 10/3/21. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 35 megabits per second internet and 1 voice line. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Come on, come in, let the fun begin.
At MichiganLottery.com, the one place you'll find exclusive games like Queen of Diamonds and Michigan Cash Draw, plus Powerball and Mega Millions that can reach $1 billion.
The destination is on your left.
Or at your favorite
454
store.
Mill
And all
Street.
proceeds support
Arrived.
schools and businesses. Get one